Alrighty, so we've got the Hunter Rune skill balance adjustment, so I want to take a look and see if this changes anything. So, with Choi, he's getting additional 2% on his attack increase on his A2, and then on A5, when tagging out, the cooldown of End of Days passes 3 times faster and recovers power gauge by 0.8, so we're getting an increase of 0.3% every second. Additionally, when in team fight mode, which is Battlefield of Chaos, which is the gem game mode, the cooldown of End of Days passes 1.5 times faster and recharges the power gauge by 0.4% every second. Well, that's exactly what I want to hear, so that's absolutely beautiful for the fire attribute, Battlefield of Chaos, so that's fantastic, and just in general for team fight. But okay, I mean, fair enough. I mean, yeah, increase on the power gauge. I mean, that's pretty solid. And then just an extra 2% increase in damage. I think I'm gonna still stick to what I said beforehand. Now I know what the buff that Choi is getting. I still think that is it advisable for you to summon for Suhyun in terms of having another fire unit in terms of damage. Yeah, go for it. Just to have the initial copy to make her a sub DPS or potentially a main DPS, but to have her and Choi together, I think damage wise for your fire team as a whole will be pretty solid. So I would still go for the initial copy. If you don't want to bother with dupes, don't bother with dupes. But I think going for that initial copy will go a long way to have a ranged fire DPS unit. Not that Choi isn't a ranged mage either, but regardless, I think the two together will work beautifully. So I do stand by going with that. Furthermore, Lim, let's see what you got going on. His passive, when the basic attack hits, fires 2 magic arrows, dealing damage equal to 60% of the user's attack per arrow. So before it was 50%, we're getting an increase of 10%. And then on the A3, when the user uses shoot and maneuver, it grants the magic boost effect. Ooh, okay. Wait, that actually might be something insane, actually. That's a W buff. I'm not going to cap. That is a W buff. Cooldown 20 seconds. Interesting. Okay, well, we will try him out. Because, of course, Dark as a whole is getting buffed. Oh god, Huang Dong So. Well, let's see if the wind typing we've got any leverage here. A3, each time the user uses Urge to Kill or Greed Scavenger, it grants the Madness effect. Every time Greed Scavenger is used, obtains the Madness effect. So they've made it so that it's more accessible through not just Greed Scavenger, but Urge to Kill. And then weapon. Oh my god, A4 on the weapon? Oh, okay, so they've just made it so that it gets an increase of weapon damage. Sorry, wind damage, my bad. Wind damage by 1%. Okay. I unfortunately don't have him at A3, so I can't test him out. I think I've got him to A2, so I'm one dupe off to see if this is going to be any good. But, okay, fair enough. Whoa. Yeah. Jincho, you good, my guy? Suppresses core attack. Grants Suprama when using the skill. Cracked. Ultimate. Movement after the skill usage will be improved. Fantastic. So his A1 deletes increase in cooldown penalty. Wait, what? Can be sussed up to 3 times. However, increases the cooldown by 1 second. So they just completely boycotted the cooldown and said, yeah, nah, let's get rid of that. So the effects of meditation power changes. Increases break effect and damage by 100%. Can be sussed up to 3 times with no cooldown penalty whatsoever. Fair play. A3, when the user uses extreme evasion or judgment, it decreases the cooldown of meditation of power and iron fist by 2 seconds and activates the user's core attack. When the user uses judgment, it activates the user's basic passive and enhances the effect. The user's damage increases effect. Wait, what? The user's damage increase effect enhances to 35%. Increased duration to 7 seconds. Do I have him at A3? I don't think I've ever actually got him at A2. I know I've got one initial dupe. Oh, I would love to try him out. I feel like that the developers are doing their absolute best with Jincho. But it requires dupes, man. Alright. And then the exclusive weapon, what's happening here? The user's attacks ignores of the target's defense. When mentation power is used, increases damage dealt to targets by 5 seconds, stack it up to 3 times. The duration for the increase in damage dealt effect will be increased regardless of the advancement tier. Again, oh wait, we do have his weapon, but I haven't got it duped out. But regardless, it says A1 to 5, so that's just kind of across the board, which is fantastic. I mean, yeah, if I had him at A3, I would love to go full effect with him. I think this is actually a beautiful setup to August content, because I think the August release, I think the August content attribute will be wind. I think that's kind of what I've sussed out and what I'm leaning towards. So for them to buff up JINWOO in that break manner, well, I guess in this case, give them super armor, improve his skill sets, cooldown removed, damage output up there. I mean, yeah, I just need to get him to A3. That's my only goal. I could probably use a special summon. I think that's what I will do. Yunho, let's see what you got going on, my guy. Being the light breaker. Defense decreases applied when the white flame effect is stacked 3 times. Decreased defense by 20%, and they have nerfed it. Ooh, they added an extra 2 seconds. Oh no. Okay. Interesting. A3, when the user uses bottomless pit or white flame gale kick, it grants the unlock white flame effect. Sweet. Yep, just giving us more ways to unlock it. Can't complain. And then the QTE skill deals medium break damage. The corresponding effect will be buffed, however there will be no changes in the description. Continuing on, Emma is just getting an ultimate increase on her damage. Damn, okay, so they really didn't do too much for Choi and Emma. Fair enough, just increasing damage across the board. Beast, oh my god, what the Christ almighty is happening here? Okay, hold on a minute. So this is just his passive. Inflicts Curse of Magic Beast to targets immune to bleed. Curse of Magic Beast deals damage equal to 50% of a beast's max HP every 3 seconds. Duration 30 seconds. Oh, this is insane. Wait, what? So if the target is immune to bleed, then there's a plan B basically, and effectively we're dealing damage equal to 50% of beast's max HP. Actually, wait, no, hold on, that's not insane. Wait a minute. Wait, max HP, is it equating to the max HP that I have to begin with, not affecting if I'm losing the HP, or is it the current state or the current amount of HP that I have? That's the one thing which I'm curious on, because we can really cater to maxing out the HP, but if it's going off from the amount of HP that I have at the time, which is basically going to be dwindling down, then yeah, questionable. Well, then again, it's just extra bit of damage because you can't apply the bleed. I mean, still, this could be pretty nice. So, okay. Increases the damage of basic attack and core attack by 20% when dealing damage to targets with bleed or curse of magic. Oh, that's fantastic, beautiful. All right. I mean, to be fair, that does make sense to add that on. And then A3 is the same thing now. So increases basic attack and core attack damage, increase effect to targets inflicted with bleeding or curse magic. Okay, you know what? No, overall, this is actually pretty solid. The fact that they've now just given us a way out on basically this being applied to units that can't be bled. There's basically another way to go about it now to actually effectively have Beast on the field to utilize these. Otherwise, for the most part, it'll be pointless, because at that point, having a boss that is immune to bleed was kind of holding back Beast. But this changes it up now, so yeah, good job on the developers. And then we've got Cheyenne, which I've already done a whole video on her, but yeah, they have kind of slightly changed it up. So the Dancer is just getting an attack increase, which is spot on. If you have her at A1, that's when you get the super armor, while Waltz of the Sword is active, which is pretty easy. And then, wait, that's actually pretty crazy. Hold on a minute, what the frick? When the Waltz of Sword is active, that's when you get super armor? Wait, that's damn, okay. But if you max her out, the damage and critical hit rate of Light of the End increases by 20% and 2% respectively, depending on how many instances of the Dancer effect the user has applied, stacking up to 5 times. So that's pretty much at A5. So that crit rate, the damage and the crit rate, yeah. So yeah, it is the crit rate for the ultimate, and then 2% respectively for each instances of the dancer. So we have to hit it at least 5 times. Well, no, for dancer you can apply 8 times. What am I on about? Okay, cool. So that's pretty much the buffs on the character. I thought Lee Bora was here. Okay, so Lee Bora's not in here. Not that she really needs it, to be honest. Lee Bora's doing absolutely fine. So, again, yeah. So furthermore, looking into the fire attribute characters, yeah, I think just going for the initial copy for Sohyun might be more than enough. So that way you've got your full team, and then you've got 2 DPSs. I think that might be advisable. But okay, furthermore, let's go over to the runes now. So, with the Vital Strike Rune being Internal Wound, that is just getting a full-on buff up on the percentage, which is actually pretty solid, to be honest. So, Rare, Heroic, Legendary. Those are the 3 stages of the percentages. Cool. I don't think I'll be using. Oh well, no, Internal Wound is the rune that drops the enemy's defense, I'm pretty sure. Okay, Mutilate, let's have a look. So they've reduced the MP consumption of Phantom, and across the board they have decently raised up the percentage. I don't know if I'm still going to use it, probably not. Strike on the other hand, yeah, they've kind of buffed it up percentage wise just a tad bit. When the skill hits, it activates and resets the cooldown of death and increases the damage of death by 10, 20, 30% for 5 seconds. So again, Rare, Heroic, and Legendaries. Yeah, I don't think I'll be using this, unfortunately. Okay, but I'm glad they got the buffs. You never know, maybe at one point it might come in handy, but for right now we'll leave it as is. Bombardment, Dagger Toss, just got a full-on increase in percentages. Probably never going to use that. Double Slash, Multiply. Damn, they've reduced the consumption by half. Fantastic. When defeating an enemy, there is a 50, 70, 100% chance to reset the skills by 0.5, so they knocked off another 0.5. When the skill hits an elite or higher monster, there is a 25, 35, 50% chance that this skill's cooldown will be reset, and then increase hit range. Okay, so they've actually listened. So my one complaint with this was that it was mainly to do with minions, but yeah, they're now furthermore applying it to basically bosses. Interesting. Could we get something out of this? I'm not too sure. I don't really typically use Double Slash or Multiply, so, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe this could come in handy for Battlefield of Time or something. So we'll see. Flame Slash, increase in damage overall, semi-okay. Decrease recoil, increase hit range. I'm pretty sure Flame Slash increases our critical rate. Probably won't use it. Probably won't use it, to be honest. Vertical Arts, oh god, yeah, practically everything except the fire one got buffed. Okay, so increase in percentages, meh. Decrease cooldown between the first and second explosions after the skill use. Activate, oh, so that's the sequent explosions. Reap, which is the dark version of it, activates and resets the cooldown of Shadow Step upon a successful counter attack. Ooh, okay. That could be something. That could be something not to be slept on. Yeah, I don't know when I would use that though. I don't think it would be good for BOT, but regardless, could come in handy for just in general when doing certain runs or raid runs. And then Gale being the wind version of it, decent percentage increase. Gathers enemies by generating Gale. Increase the gathering range of enemies. No changes in the description. Also, they've kept it the same. This one, they needed a full change up in my eyes, but they've kept it the same. If it's the one that I'm thinking about, where it works off from the normal monsters, then yeah, I'm not impressed. Okay, probably won't ever use that one. Multi-strike, let's have a look. Rush, when the final... Oh no, when the final hit lands, it deals weak break damage every 3 seconds for the 9th, 12th and 15th seconds. What? Wait, what? When the final hit lands, deals weak break damage every 3 seconds for the 9th... Oh, okay, I get it. 9th, 12th, 15th... Okay, cool. Okay, that's not too bad in the weakage department. Illusion is just getting an increase in percentages. Pummel, Drop on consumption by 50%, increase in damage. Deals weak break damage, increase the corresponding effect, no change in description. Okay. Wait, is this the war one actually? Wait, isn't Pommel the war one? If that is the case, then yeah, this is a W. This is a W. And then Commander's Touch, Finisher. I mean, you can raise the percentage as much as you want. I ain't touching these. Well, I say that. I mean, that's still pretty nice in terms of high amount of percentage increase. That is a big leap. And then Liberation, mid damage. Okay. When the skill hits, it activates and resets the cooldown of Collapse and increases the damage of Collapse by 10, 20, 30% for 5 seconds. Okay, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Liberation, to be honest. Probably never going to be using Finisher unless it can come in handy for BOT, but I'll leave it as B. But okay, so rune wise, yeah, for the most part, not too bad. I mean, there's a few of them which I'll probably try out, just to kind of see on how it works. But yeah, nothing too crazy. I think for the most part, I'm still not going to be utilizing them as much. I say that, I could be wrong. Maybe for BOT, one of them could come in handy with the buffs that they're receiving, so can't deny that. But as of right now, yeah, there's only one or two that I'm really kind of just going to be retrying out, but yeah, we'll leave that be. But in terms of character buffs, I'm happy about the buff that Beast got as well as Lim, helping out the Dark department, so that's fantastic. Cheyenne, cool with that. I was kind of expecting more for, I mean, well, to be fair, yeah, with Emma and Choi, I wasn't sure what I was expecting, but I mean, yeah, just increasing damage, so I can't go wrong with that. The Wind Element Jinchul, they are really trying their best to kind of get him cooking. He could be cooking, but I need to get him to A3 to really figure that out. Yeah, Yunho, I mean, nothing too crazy there. I mean, I do like the A3, but that's pretty much it. But yeah, overall these changes, some W changes. I think for the most part it's a W change. Not many L's. I think the only L I would say was adding the +2 seconds on Yunho and the Gale Rune, where they didn't change it, when in my eyes I feel like it needed a complete revamp, but it is what it is.